Here we go.
Once we see that all these other sources to which we've turned have failed, we stop turning to them and turn to ourselves. We need a self-help program.
Did you hear that? Just in case, let's rewind. It's only 9 seconds. Let's see.
That all these other sources to which we've turned have failed, we stop turning to them and turn to ourselves. We need a self-help program.
That's what he said. And I trust you know who that was. You can hear quite well, right? Brother Malcolm suggested we needed a self-help program. And that self-help program is here now. So welcome back to the recovery room of Racism Non-Anonymous. That revolutionary 12-step self-help program that has been uniquely designed with me and you in mind. And it is designed to support our healing and recovering from the shit, traumatic stress of the human intentional type, also known as the Ma'afa, as Dr. Aini coined the term. And the Ma'afa meaning the great suffering of our people, and this is real paraphrase, at the hands of Europeans in the West, in Western civilization. Western civilization, which is a culture. It's a culture, it's a cultural style, and we have been brought here and planted into that culture. And that was cause for great suffering for their culture, and this culture is one that supports harming others for your own benefit. And that's a problem, right? And so that is what Racism Non-Anonymous is developed and designed to support our self-exploration in order to extrapolate, get rid of some shit, stress of the human intentional type. I am Sis Abana Africa, the recovering African who is culturally enslaved here in America. And I am a representative from the voices in the margins. That would be, as a female, my voice is marginalized. As a person of African descent, my voice is marginalized. And as someone surviving in economic poverty, my voice is marginalized. And so that and those, voices down here in the margins is the voices that I represent. True, I am to the cause of African liberation via unification, utilizing the tool of healthy and effective communication. So now I'm going to have to move back and forth because some tunes are going to come up louder than other tunes, and I'm not in a position to control it by remote. And so this is Brother Macca, Macca B, my man. So, yeah, true to the cause of African liberation via unification and utilizing the tool of healthy and effective communications. I am a traumatized traumatologist, trauma queen, and queen of trauma, aka or drama. The trauma is the drama. What is a drama except for a story? A very emotionally, a story that charges the emotions, I will say. Yes. That's a drama. A drama is a story or situation in which numerous emotions are being expressed and emerges. The trauma is the drama. And so when I say that, I'm talking about understanding trauma and traumatic stress, what it is and how it has and continues to work in the lives of African descendants. So let me go on over here for a second, and maybe I could pause this. I'm still be familiarizing myself with this media platform. So no, but I think if I stop, it's gonna stop. So I'll be right back. I think that should be a bit better. No? Yes, this is. So let's see if we can. I want to give a shout out to brother. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jesus Price, Jesus, or they pronounce it Jesus, or is there another way? Shout out to my brother, the first person who my engaged in commentary conversation, with me as I kind of step out here and begin to do what I intend to do. Right? And so, as I said, and maybe I know maybe people are ready, like I thought you was getting into Umar shit. We heard enough about you. Let's get in here what we said we was going to say. So let's just kind of start from the beginning here of this. He has a tap-in session with his supporters to discuss, his haters, and will he have a forum? Here we go.
Before I could respond, my apologies to the teacher from Brooklyn. Very good words, very insightful recommendation. My live video timed out before I could respond to her. If you're still there, Queen teacher from Brooklyn, thank you for that. You're giving me something to think about. Ideas rule the world, and you gave me one to think about. Ideas rule the world, and that beautiful African queen from Brooklyn.
That's the first flag I hear in his conversation. Ideals rule the world, and he just got hold of another ideal. We know that he seems to be extremely idealistic in his thinking and behaving, right? It's thoughts that generate feeling, which then, determines action or behavior. That mind, spirit, body connection. The thought, the spirit responds in kind, energy in motion, emotion, right? That energy gets in motion and it signals the body to do something, right? And so in his thinking and behaving, he is extremely idealistic. Another thing that I just had to point to, and I will point to, reminds me of my time with him back in 03, 04, 05-ish. It was the time that I, connected with him, probably between 04 and 06 or so. And, that was his MO then. What you think? What was that? What's that ideal? I remember that day. I can't get into details. It was 15 years ago. I still wish I had saved the recording, but it was that day, and that, later that day that he sent this horrendous recording to me. A day he attempted to pick my brain for ideals that I had, thoughts that I had. So, yet he recognizes and says ideals rule the world, and of course, it certainly has been ruling his world, as he has been for the past 15 years or more, 15 that I've known him, 15, 20 years, and going into 20 years, his career and his career and doing what he does. Started when he first hit the scene, of coming out of school, college, or what, and becoming involved with the conscious community. And he has all these grand ideals that rules his world, to the point where he is ready to and or at least verbally expresses a desire for physical aggression. Okay, right? Is what he wants to do as a result of things happening that seem to interrupt his life's works, as he says and puts it. Okay, so I knew that would happen. I knew what happened. And what happened was the other device, my computer, where I had the video up on and the bit hit play and all. It when it gets too hot, it shuts off. So I just have to wait for it to cool down. So that means I cannot play anymore right for the moment of his recording. So I can find it on a device that I'm working to find it on. And in the meantime, what can I say? What else can I say about that? He's always been like, the way he is a way he has always been. I've known him to be, and he just simply progressed into, because of the substance use and abuse, which it seems to me pretty likely, highly likely. The probability is how you say it in scientific terms. In research terms, because what research does, it looks at probability and you could predict it. I'm saying possibility and probability. The probability, I suppose, is the same as, not the same as a possibility, yet based on the signs that he demonstrates. Now, I will say signs, I can't call them symptoms, because symptoms are something that the person experiences as, what symptoms do you have? Your doctor has, where you have pain, and where is it? What are your symptoms? I could have a sign. The sign is you're limping, which suggests that you probably have some pain somewhere, right? So that's a sign. It's what others see on the outside. The symptom is what you feel on the inside. So based on the signs that he's presenting, it seems, certainly for me, raises the probability and the likelihood that he is and has been actively beating things up for himself. What it really appears to be. That's all I can say. That's what it appears. He shows all the signs of that, with the sniffing and the nose running and all, and it's as if he doesn't. You don't see this for yourself, Umar? Like, really? You don't see this for yourself, that everybody can see this shit. That's one thing about addiction. See, that's the problem. That's the thing. For addicts, they are always the last one to sort of really recognize that it is the thing that they're doing that is causing the problem. The proverbial alcoholic who denies that alcohol is the problem, when everyone else around that person who interacts with them or not recognizes that it's when you drink this happens. It's only when the alcohol is there, this happens, and the person will deny. Denial is the hallmark, one of the hallmark traits of addiction and the disease of addiction. So you seem to be in a pretty high state of denial about what's going on for you, and what's supporting and maintaining the problems that you're having with, it seems, housing and some supports, finances, financial situation. Yeah. And I don't know why is it taking me so long to get to, I have to go to my brother Suey. I give a shout out to Suey. Suicide 9. There was some numbers in there. for putting out this video. I caught this video, Umar's, I guess he does Instagram, talking with his, I'm sorry I missed the child who came before to hear what triggered her thoughts about the need for a haters forum and how she described that. Yet, as we heard, this video starts right where apparently after she said what she said, the live feed somehow ended. And so Umar even had to restart the live feed, and that's what he had been in the process of. So it's like, what? No, get out. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, Suicide 29 too. It said that you were the video it was deleted. So at any rate, yeah. So here we go again. And anyway, 16, we're gonna do 20 minutes of 20-minute segments. How does it feel? Yeah, it feels all right.
I'm sorry, sister, the live timed out before I could respond. My apologies to the teacher from Brooklyn. Very good words, very insightful recommendation. My live video timed out before I could respond to her. My live video timed out before I could respond to her. If you're still there, Queen teacher from Brooklyn, thank you for that. You've given me something to think about. Ideas rule the world, and you gave me one to think about. Ideas rule the world, and that beautiful African queen from Brooklyn gave me something to think about. I hope to see you at the White Plains training, February 29th.
We notice how comfortable he is with the compliments anyway. This is something that will continue. So I see this is even a more appropriate way for me to share this, because I could do this.
Where I hope to see you at the Newark, New Jersey training, March the 1st at the Source of Knowledge. So we're going to change the question a little bit.
So we could go back. I don't know if folks, if the other anti-fraud warriors have been on top of this thing here tomorrow, March 1st, over in, what was it, Jersey, right? Or what is it?
I'm sorry, sister, the live timed out. Queen teacher from Brooklyn, thank you for that. You've given me something to think about. Ideas rule the world, and you gave me one to think about. Ideas
tried to steal mine, tried to force me.
Beautiful African queen from Brooklyn.
What does that mean?
Gave me something to think about. I hope to see you at the White Plains training,
KKK, the
February 29th,
Kids Culture,
where I hope to see
African
you at
Kids Culture
the Newark,
Club,
New Jersey training, March the 1st.
Newark, New Jersey, Source of Knowledge.
So we're going to change the question.
At any rate,
if we do this forum,
listen to this.
Will it be in vain? Dr. Umar is willing to have a forum with my 12 major haters. Will this benefit our cause, or will this just give them a larger platform? If we do the meeting, if we follow the recommendation of our beautiful sister, who I just spoke with, are we giving the haters a larger platform? Are we making a mistake by giving the haters a larger platform?
This is to me it's pitiful, pathetic. This would have. I'm a bit self-conscious now. I see it's like a missing tooth. This is dark. It looks like I really gapped or something, but I noticed it. I see it. Self-awareness. So self-awareness. Maybe because I've been doing this work with looking at self and focusing on self and healing self and taking care of self, addressing self, seeing myself. I haven't found myself and, living. So I'm much more, I'm aware of self. I see my sense. I have good sense. my senses work well. So we're going to come back for another clip. And because we're at the 20-minute mark, and why do I want to work to keep myself on that hold myself to that. The upload, the timing for upload, so that would be another reason. So I'll be back.